put some fucking pants on and go outside and do some shit.
Nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
Girl, there is nothing to do.
The Sandhills wants to know what time it is. It's time to get ready for the unlimited social scoop. Introducing Nothing to Do, the Sandhills Social Scene Podcast, straight from the Share Studios with your host, Dominique.
Hey, it is episode 31 of the Nothing To Do podcast, and I am glad you guys are hanging out with us. This week we're going to talk music, but first let's talk shop. We're recording here at the Shared Studios with producer Be Live. Hey, Brian.
Hey.
And it's brought to you by Cumulus Media Group here in Fayetteville. That's Rock 103, Q98, Magic 106.9, and News Talk 640 AM with Good Morning Fayetteville. So, in this Nothing to Do town, what is there to do? Well, this past week, I had a huge show at Sagra Stadium, the comedy show, Comedy in the Club to be exact, with RJ Jurgensen. Oh, said it first try. The NC's newly crowned NC's funniest, Jalen Montanez, who was on last week. We unfortunately didn't get to hang out with Greg Capra, but Kerry James came in and saved the day, but he stole my hairstyle. I was really sad about that. And Mike Mello, who actually, after reading his bio, he's open for Dave Chappelle. He's done some things with Tracy Morgan. Like, he basically put on, as the comedians say, a clinic for everyone. And it was just a good time. It was a really, really good time. So if you missed out on that one, hopefully you guys can join us for the second one, or join anyone, because you want to support everything that's going on around town. And Sagra is more than baseball. Speaking of baseball, we've got homestands. So yesterday, which would have been Tuesday for you guys, I got to MC the game. It was pretty cool. We played the the Fireflies. I don't know, but they had on like these neon green socks and neon yellow, green, whatever we call it, belts, and I want one. Unfortunately, we fell short, but two of our pitchers got called up to Asheville, so congratulations to them. So I actually chilled after 2 days of working from home. I didn't get myself together, but it's okay. I'm here, and today we're going to talk music, because, music charms the soul. For all of those, if you know, you know. And actually we have a pretty active music scene around here, so why not highlight the people who do what's awesome. And then after this, I got to go and get ready. Gotta try on my outfits for this fashion show that I'm in, the Bang in Her Bag fashion show with Andrea Williams. It's gonna be Saturday. We'll post the address and the ticket link for you guys. But yeah, that's all I got to say, because I really just want to jump into this, because I got to sit with at least one of my favorite persons. I know I have a list of favorite persons, but if you don't, are you really doing it right? Think on that. But until then, or tune on next segment of the Nothing to Do podcast, episode 31. All right, so this is episode 31 of the Nothing to Do podcast, and we are on location. We're at the Red Desk. But before I get into this next person, I want to let you know that one great philosopher, and I promise you I will misquote this, once said that where words fail, music speaks. Don't ask me who it was. I saw it on a statue, or probably on the ground somewhere in Nashville. But I'm telling you, music really does make the heart grow fonder. And we have so many great musicians that do a lot of great things in the community, like Mr. Guy Unger. Hi.
Howdy, howdy.
Well, he allowed us to take over his studio place. I'm really excited to have you on. I remember we were talking to Tyreek and Brett, and I was like, I just want Guy on. So I'm really excited that you got to make
Well, I'm glad to be here. That's for sure. So
give us your backstory. I mean, I know how great you are because Brian and I stalk you. But tell the other people, are you from Fayetteville originally?
Well, if you want the lowdown, I was born in D.C.
Okay.
And I moved to North Carolina at a real young age, so probably about 77 78, I moved down here and, moved to Sanford, grew up in Sanford. And so I grew up there and then lived in Atlanta for a little while. I was going to music college there at AIM, and then came back, started gigging a whole bunch. And then I ended up in Fayetteville about 2000.
So what made you want to be this amazing musician? Like, what inspired you to be?
Well, I've always loved live concerts, and that's the energy that you get going to a live show is just unbelievable. And just hearing the crowd and there's this reciprocal thing happening, and I just love that. So there's a couple of things in particular, though. There was there's Journey Captured, a live album that had a lot of energy to it, and I remember listening to that, Scorpions Worldwide Live, and then watching Eddie Van Halen play. Those three things were probably a culmination about in 84, 83, 84, about really just kind of did it for me.
Okay.
Of course, everything building up to that point, but.
So I know you have your self-titled band.
Right.
But what other bands did you play for?
Well, over the years I've played through a lot of stuff, but probably around here the most notable ones would be I was in Deal Token, me and Brian Shaw and Steve Lauterbach, who's playing drums with him, and Jeremy Struthers and a guy named Charles Starcher, and there was a Jeff Richards in there. That was a really good band that did a lot of stuff. We put out a couple of albums, and I was in a group called Silver State, and that had JD Shaw in it, if you know JD, which I'm sure you do, and it had Steve Lauterbach and J.R. Hamilton in that group as well. And then Seal the Deal, which had Marie Grimsley in it, and Tony Harrison, and Jeff, of course, who's with us now. Me and Jeff have been playing together forever. So, and then of course we ended up doing it was the Guy Unger trio first, and then we turned it into the Guy Unger band, pulled the wife in, and she's playing sax and singing and stuff. So
she is amazing.
Yeah, she's a keeper. We'll keep her around on that one. So yeah.
You said Deal Token, and it, like certain phrases can make you have like a certain feeling, or you could smell a certain thing. Right. I smell cigars at It's.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You guys are playing It's or acoustic sets, and
see now that was the latter part of that. That was where Jeremy was doing. He kind of took things over and was doing that, and he would come in with a percussion guy like Amosin, who plays with Dead City Symphony and all that, and he was on percussion a lot, and Mirage was at one point, and then of course either me or Brian or somebody would be with him on those dates as well. But before that, it was a bigger band. I don't know if you remember all of that stuff.
I don't remember the bigger band. I just remember It's, because It's was like my address.
Yes, right.
I lived there.
Yeah, but yeah, we were there. We did the acoustic thing there, like on Sundays and Wednesdays for like ever. Yeah, so yeah, I reeked of cigar smoke for a long time. So it's
just one of those like phrases, and you're just like,
yep, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's staple right there. Boom, takes you back.
And Jameson.
Yeah, right.
Flash of Jaeger. But so now you have your band, and you're also working at Capitol Encore.
Yes, yeah, I am doing like a School of Rock thing there, and when I talked to superintendent up there, Mr. Falls, and like a year before that, and I was like, if you're interested, I'd love to help out sometime with the school and stuff, and just let me know. And then he hit me back, and like a year later, and was like, well, we got a part-time position. And I was like, okay, well, cool. How do you want me to help? And he was like, well, they're looking to do like a School of Rock type thing up there. And I said, well, I can do that. I can handle that, And then they hit me back and said, well, look, scratch that. We got a full-time position. You want to do it? And I was like, yeah, all right. So that's cool. So it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. You see the kids grow, and kids that never would have or never have been involved in music at all from scratch, getting into it and really learning and developing a love for music, and you see it happen from nothing. That is always exciting. Now, I've always done it in my private lessons, but to do it in that dynamic, it's a different thing, and it's really neat to see, like I said, kids that didn't listen to anything like that or never touched a guitar or whatever, all of a sudden really take to it and start growing. And by the end of the last year was my first year. By the end of that last year, you see these kids really come into their own. And, and so like part of that is I try to take donations for instruments and stuff. As you see, I got a bunch of keyboards over here. And some of these are going to end up going to kids that can't necessarily afford it. Mm-hmm. And I've got guitars and stuff that people have donated, and the community has been awesome. They really back it, and it's really cool. And I'm trying to get these to these kids that I see that have that fire in them, and they're putting that effort, and they come out of nothing, and it's just like so cool to see. So anyways. Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute. Yeah. So like, say for instance, life in rock and roll slows down. Do you still see yourself teaching music?
Yeah, I mean, I love teaching. I'm even doing it on YouTube now. I have a YouTube channel where I'm pushing that. I don't know if you've seen any of that, but it's just in me. I've always loved to share the love of music. It's always been it. When I was first growing up and I graduated high school and I was doing my beginning bands, I worked at a factory building carburetors, and I'm on the line teaching these poor people beside me who care nothing about music. I'm teaching them music theory just to talk to them through the day. And it was just like, and they end up kind of understanding some of it too. So it's like, yeah, I've always just kind of had that in me to share it. So I'll do it as long as I'm breathing. So,
well, speaking of sharing, you've got this amazing Red Desk Cafe going on.
Yeah.
I know we just missed the show that you had here.
Yes. That was an old student too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I taught him for the longest time, and he's at App State and is coming back and forth, and he's doing a lot of playing too now. So, but yeah. So
just in case you guys didn't know, there is a kind of Guy Unplug that goes on here, and it's just stripped, acoustic, raw emotion, and it's an amazing concert series. So when's the next one? You got one lined up?
Well, here I have to talk to Mandy. I need to look at the schedule because I don't know. But usually it's always on a Friday night if we have it, and it's usually early. So we usually start about 6:30 to 8:30. So you can start here with us, and then you can go carry your party elsewhere to the later place. So you just kind of start off nice, cool, and chill, and then work your way on up through the rest of the evening. So
what does the Guy Unger band have going on?
This Saturday, we are playing at the Mod in Pittsburgh, and we'll be there Saturday. And then next week, I think we are at Dirtbag Ales. And then at the end of the month, the last Saturday of the month, I think we're at Carolina Ale House. Okay. So we're doing another little thing with them. So it was kind of fun. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Busier than I am.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot. I want to thank you for coming on. If someone wanted to, say, become a bigger fan than Brian and I, which is really impossible, where can they find you on the socials?
I've got, the Guy Unger Band is guyungerband.com. And then, of course, on Facebook, I've got, big profile thing. And then, of course, I've got the YouTube thing going on, too, as well. So just look up Guy Unger, and I'm on there. And then I'm going to start, I have an Instagram page that I'm not controlling, but I'm going to end up with another one. So be on the lookout for that. And I will be doing some other social media stuff like that, too, as well. But you can always look us up online on Google and call up here, and or you can call me directly, and I'll be happy to help.
Because he's such a good guy. So, come on. He's a rocker with a big heart. And thanks for letting us come in and me putting my feet on your ottoman. I guess that's what it's for.
No, we love you guys. You guys are awesome. So you're welcome anytime. Just mi casa, su casa.
Moving in. Yeah. It's episode 31 of the Nuthin To Do Podcast. We'll be right back. Bye. a drummer. You ready? You've been recording. Hey guys, this is episode 31 of the Nuthin To Do Podcast, recorded here at Shared Studio. Be Live is a jerk, but he's my jerk. He's my producer, and we're grateful for him. It's brought to you by Cumulus Media Group at Rock 103, Q98, Magic 106.9, and News Talk 640 AM. So look, I mentioned earlier that we are doing a homestand for the woodpeckers. So you guys come on out. We're here back to back, but hopefully better than that Drake back to back. We've got Tuesdays, which is 901 day, $9 tickets, $1 hot dogs, zero worries. So come on out. Wednesdays, Wagon Wednesdays, bring your pups. And Thursday is Rock 103's Thirsty Thursday. We got drink specials at the Healy Bar, and the Greek will be broadcasting live. So come on out, hang out, have a good time. Friday is Fireworks Friday. There's fireworks after the show or after the game. And Saturday is just come and chill as you are. There'll be giveaways this upcoming week. I'm not for sure about the next week because I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. And Sundays, the kids get to run the bases and play catch in the outfield after the game. So if you haven't been to Segra, come on out. Also, you can catch my show on Rock 103 on Saturdays from 1 to 6. It is a switch up where I've been on Sundays for the last 3 years. I've been so programmed to say Sunday Fun Day, but Saturdays are fun too. I feel like Saturdays are like the official hump days of the weekends because we all dread Sunday because we know we have to get ready for work on Monday. Unless you're Brian. He's off on Saturdays and Mondays. Yeah, you. But come on out to Segra. Come support the musicians in our town that are doing such awesome things. And if you got something going on, hit me up. Like, my DMs are kind of sort of open. Not really. I'm horrible at answering. But look, hit me up. Let's get it out there. It's episode 31 of the Nuthin To Do podcast. And I am so happy to see 31. That's technically a month of Sundays, right? Yep. So until next week, here's something to do. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Nothing to Do weekly podcast, recorded at the Share Studios in Fayetteville, North Carolina, with your host, Dominique. And make sure to tune in next week because it's only going to get better.